Well, our letter for today is the letter R. We're going to be talking about nicknames today because Abraham Lincoln had the nickname Honest Abe, and it was because he was known for his great honesty. This is the work text page that your child will be working on. It's a paragraph, a little story that depicts the great honesty that Abraham Lincoln is known for. Let's go ahead now and take a look at our materials and then we'll get started. Your child will need a sharp pencil, work text page 53, and some handwriting paper.
Hello again. I have to sneak in here before your lesson. People don't let pennies come on camera because they don't fit the bill. Huh. Did you know that over 30 million pennies are minted every day? Since its beginning, the U.S. Mint has produced over 288.7 billion pennies. That's enough to go around the entire Earth 137 times if we lined them up side to side. Oh, here I go, getting all sentimental about my family. And I'm supposed to be sharing information about Mr. Lincoln. Well, today in your handwriting lesson, you're going to be talking about Honest Abe. It's important for a leader to be honest, you know, and Abraham Lincoln was just that kind of man. He probably wouldn't ever think of taking even a penny from someone that didn't belong to him. Maybe that's why they put his face on the penny. Oh dear, I know that scent. It's Mrs. Cox, and she's almost here. Gotta roll.
It's time to get ready for handwriting. Do you have page 53 from your work text, a sharp pencil, and some handwriting paper? Let's go. Well, we have a big day today in handwriting, and I'm so excited about things that are coming up. Let's start out with a little family time. Well, let me show you this picture here. Here's Amberly doing one of her favorite things, riding on a horse. She loves horses. Here's two of my favorite people, my cousin Heather and my Aunt Lorene. You might know her from K5, Mrs. Du Bois. She's my aunt. And we are playing one of our favorite games, Risk. That's a lot of fun. Here's Amberly and Chelsea at a recital with my sister and brother-in-law. There's Amberly running a race, and she's getting the baton passed to her. Here's Caleb, and he is riding a ride with a friend. Here we have a purple rabbit and two of our favorite people. This is Mr. and Mrs. Roberts. They are good friends of ours. In fact, do you know what? Mr. Roberts is the one that sculpted Abraham Lincoln, but he did that when he was in high school. He's an amazing artist. Well, you know what our letter is for today. It's the letter R. Let's make an R. You can make it there in the air. While I trace this one here, we're going to swing up, drop, retrace, swing around to lock, and then we're going to drop right and curve. Lowercase, swing up, drop right, drop and curve. All right, well, I hope you're ready to do some practicing. Let's start with our capital R's. Here we go. We're going to start at the midline. We're going to swing up, drop, retrace, swing around to lock, drop right and curve. Let's try that again. Swing up, drop, retrace, swing around to lock, drop right and curve. Now, does this letter remind you of the capital P? It's just like the capital P, except we have to drop right and curve. Let's try this again. Here we go. Swing up, drop, retrace, swing around to lock, drop right and curve. Let's try it again. Do your very best. All right, how are you doing? Let's try now some lowercase r's. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to start at the baseline. We're going to swing up, drop right, drop and curve. Again, swing up, drop right, drop and curve. Let's make a set of double R's, all right? 2 R's right together. Here we go. Try to make them look identical. That's pretty hard to do, isn't it? Well, let's practice some more R's in some words. Let's see what the first one is. Ooh, raspberries. I love raspberries. Let's write that word. Now it's R-A-S-P-B-E-R-R-I-E-S. So let's spell it correctly, all right? Here we go. R-A-S-P. That was our letter yesterday. And now berries. B-E. 2 R's. I-E-S. Dot your I. All right, very good. Let's see what our next word is. Flurry. Let's spell that together. F-L-U-R-R-Y. F-L-U-R-R-Y. All right, we're getting some good practice with our R's. Let's see what the next word is. It's the word river. River, that's got 2 R's in it. Let's spell that word together in our best handwriting. R-I-V-E-R. Dot your I, 1 I there. All right, and we have one more word. It is the word railroad. 2 R's in that compound word. Let's spell it together. R-A-I-L-R-O-A-N-D. All the way up. Watch your retracing. And go back and dot your I. Very good. That was great practice, wasn't it? Well, I want to ask you a question. Do you have a nickname? Maybe your dad or your mom has a special name for you. My dad always liked to call me Treasure. That was my nickname. And we have all kinds of nicknames for our kids at home. Amberly, we like to call her Am Bam Cunningham. I don't even know why. It's just something that we like to call her. Chelsea is Chelsea Belsey. And Caleb, he has all kinds of nicknames. Sometimes I call him Buster or Buster Brown, or we just call him Man. He's got all kinds of nicknames. And we even have a nickname for our dog Colby. When she was a little puppy, when she'd try to walk on our floors, they were wooden floors, she would just slip and slide on the floors, and we'd call her Scooter. So once in a while, we still call her Scooter. Well, do you know what? Abraham Lincoln, he had a nickname too. His nickname was Honest Abe. That sounds like a good nickname, doesn't it? Let's find out how he got that name.
So thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, a great many folk are talking about Abraham Lincoln these days. They're talking about what a great president he was, what a great leader he was in the war, and how he freed the slaves. Oh, but that's not what comes to my mind when I hear his name. You see, I met him long before he was famous. I simply remember him as Honest Abe.
When Abe Lincoln was a young man, he kept a country store for a while. That's when I met him. I had gone to that little store to buy some things, and he was a young man who calculated my bill and took my money. Well, I didn't think anything was the matter when I left the store and went home. You can imagine my surprise when not long after Abe Lincoln appeared at my doorstep. He said that he had discovered that he had charged me 6 cents too much. So he closed the store and walked 3 miles to my house to return it. Oh, no wonder they called him Honest Abe.
Well, that was a very honest thing for Abraham Lincoln to do, wasn't it? Do you think maybe he was tempted to just forget it and keep the 6 cents and keep the store open and not walk those 3 miles? That was a lot of trouble for 6 cents, wasn't it? He might have been tempted to do that, but he had strong character that made him do right, even though he might not have felt like doing right. He closed up the shop, walked that long walk to return the 6 cents so he could be honest. You know, there's a Bible verse about being honest and not stealing. Ephesians 4:28 says, "Let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth." Have you ever been tempted to steal before? I think everybody at some point or other has been tempted to take something that doesn't belong to them. But you know what? We can stand strong. We don't have to do wrong, do we? We can resist that temptation. We need to work, the Bible says, and earn money so we can give to people, not take from them. So we need to be like Honest Abe here and never take from someone else. Well, let's look at our work text page here. It's called Honest Abe, and let's read the paragraph. It's the story that we just heard. Here we go. Let's read together. Once Lincoln kept a country store. A woman bought some goods for $2.20. After she left, Abe found that he had overcharged the woman 6 cents. He closed the store and walked 3 miles to her house to return it. Wow. Well, we have a couple minutes now to write. Let's get started and do just a few words together, and then you can take off and write on your own, all right? Let's check out our posture. Are your feet flat on the floor? Are you holding your pencil correctly? All right, lean forward just a little bit. Let's do our very best and start our paragraph. Now we're going to start with an indentation just a little bit because every paragraph, the first word is indented. All right, so we're going to start out with the word once. Here we go. O-N-C-E. Make sure your pencil is sharp. Once Lincoln. L-I-N-C-O-L-N. Dot your I. Well, we've got 2 words written together. You have several more words to go. Watch your slant, watch your spacing, make it your best work yet, and we'll see you tomorrow.